the intention is the courage of self-knowledge. So relaxing into your body and just feeling gravity pulling you down. So you could just take a moment to say, yes, here I am, incarnated, having a human experience. And by now, automatically, with the first step of the basic activation, where divine light is flowing from infinity within, filling up all your bodies, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body, your heart bodies, soul bodies, light body, psychic body, etheric body. It's the courage of self-knowledge. Now, that means also the courage of letting go of what we think we know, so that actual divine soul knowing rises up from within. Yeah. And we're opening this up to any and all divine souls who are able to vibrate in. Please vibrate into the level that is positioned, depending on who is coming in as they come in. And the intention is igniting the courage of self-knowledge. That is the know that you know. Be aware of what you're consuming. Self-care, forgiveness. And feel these souls as they're coming in, feeling yourself adjust and kind of calibrate all together. Keeping in mind my group is all around the planet, magnifying. When you pay attention to what's going on in your body, and let's also just take a moment as they're coming in, a little bit of self-care for our physical bodies. Divine light is flowing through our physical body, radiant health. So on a mental level, let go. Radiant health. And also rejuvenation, you know. That might be that fountain of rejuvenation for your highest good and the highest good of all involved. And placing your attention on your divine soul knowing and the fact that divine light, infinite intelligence, omniscient wisdom, and omnipotent unconditional love is equally everywhere present, individuated in different forms in the material realm, but equally everywhere present in the material 3D realm and also other realms that we are co-creating with and in. And just rest with that thought for a moment and allow your human instrument to calibrate to that. So if you feel tightness in your head, know that your mental body is having to process and digest. If you feel tightness in your throat, allow that to open up in your communication body. You feel it in your chest, that's your emotional world. You feel it deep down, you could be either opening up or wanting to make a deeper connection with this symbiotic relationship that we're in with Earth. Good. I let go of any thought, idea, or belief system that just no longer serves me, my highest good and the highest good of all involved. And I am deeply aware of the fact that I am here having a concrete human experience, here to shine my light, which also means discovering what that means on ever deepening levels. Feel that ripple out through humankind, through all of the souls that are with us. And divine light that's moving from infinity within up to your divine soul knowing, your divine heart and human heart. And just take a moment to feel gravity and frame it as this is love. This is the gift, a gift, one of the many gifts that Mother Earth is giving. And that is, you're not floating off into the cosmos. In the air that you breathe, and all of the life connected with that, the waters, plant kingdom, the animal kingdom, the sea kingdoms. Send that gratitude and appreciation. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. You send that to the center of the earth, down to the bottom of your root, and let it touch all living beings in and on the earth. All living things in and on the earth. And feel that in a two-way flow. But allow yourself to feel that in a whole new way. I am part of all of these kingdoms. I am part of where I come from, and I'm part of this greater whole of where I am. And so I let go of any outdated idea of who I am, what other people are, what it means to have an earth experience, any outdated ideas about death, any outdated ideas about resurrection, any outdated ideas about birth, of any outdated ideas about stepping into the unknown, any outdated ideas about myself and what I'm capable of. I let them go and let unconditional love flow. And nurture the earth, be nurtured from the earth. Nurture all living things, be nurtured from all living things and all experiences. Very good. And now let's consider the heavens. For we are in the heavens. We are a part of the heavens and they are a part of us. It is all living things, known and unknown, understood and not yet understood. Divine light flowing from infinity within through our divine soul knowing, through our human heart, our divine heart. First our divine heart and then human heart. And then to the heavens. And a song of celebration that humankind was made to grow, was made to ascend. Because all things and all of creation is made to evolve. Transmute and change. So that song of celebration of life, as we dance with more evolved beings and planes of existence, and we love those that perhaps are less evolved or equally evolved or evolved in different ways. It's a dance of love. So feel the love moving through you and have the courage to recognize the love of you on deeper levels. And all of that song of love, that song of celebration of life, it is your particular symphony, and that symphony is a note in a grander symphony. It's a song of love. And let it come back around, surround the divine consciousness grid, crystalline in nature. Transforming as it comes back to touch all living things, including those having human experiences, and come back to you, transforming along the way. Fear, the power games, born of fear. And transform the idea of servitude to one of the freedom to serve freely, instead of being imprisoned through old systems. So the old systems can transform, those old systems that have taught us to try to hold somebody back from their light for fear of being different, for fear of them being different. Let that fear be transformed. In such a way that when you see someone shining their light, you become more curious about it. And whether others see you shining your light, they become more curious about it and more curious about their own light within. And one of the most important fears is the fear that we have of our own power. Are we up to it? Well, let's let that thought be transformed. Don't get a big head. Let's let that belief be transformed. I might misuse it. Let's let that be transformed. Too big for the britches. Let's let that be transformed. the ego intellect that is so deathly afraid of letting go. Let's send that love. He says, I'm going to keep you in that old box by consuming small information or self-drugging on food or drugs or sex or work or vapid Instagram feeds. Let's let that be transformed. So that we become aware that everything that we consume, whether it's food, information, relationships, there's a cause and effect, a cause and an impact on us. So let us choose wisely. If it's bringing us to a deeper self-knowledge of the gorgeous beauty of our divine light, that's what we seek first. And the courage to work through all of the labyrinth layers that we've created for ourselves, either mental or emotional. Let that be transformed. And the fear of really letting our light shine, for fear of being alone in it. Let's transform that fear of loneliness. And let's transform the actual loneliness that comes from looking outside ourselves for someone exactly like us. For we're never, ever, ever alone. Although the journey of self-awareness is a solo one, we are never, ever, ever alone. The deeper you go and the deeper the connection you recognize with all there is. And let's take a moment to send light through all of our communication systems. Love. We send love. To maybe the clickbait, instead of the clickbait being fear-based, let humankind be insanely attracted, clickbait to the max, to those messages of the power of love. Ignite a deep curiosity in humankind about the power of love. So that each human being will take one step deeper into the cosmic consciousness of themselves and each other. And transmitting the infinite intelligence, omniscient wisdom, and omnipotent unconditional love for deeper clarity for all humankind. Deeper clarity of what love is. Deeper clarity of systems that can sustain and support that. Deeper clarity of your own individual light. And the courage to express it. and the emotional freedom to do it freely. And to take a moment to communicate to our warring powers that be. We send you love, 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 love. And the courage to find new ways of living together in harmony with each other here on planet Earth, so that our spiritual knowledge will mature and catch up to our technical knowledge, so that we grow up. And we send love, love, love to the systems, so that this separation between the sciences and spirituality that has been trying so hard to marry each other, we let love flow through those two, so that they recognize that it is a whole thing. The courage of self-knowledge. That means being willing to love the warts and boogers that you've learned to hide from the world. What some people call the shadow self. When we no longer look to others to mirror back who we are, and we look within, we shine light on that shadow self. And we realize there is beingness. Beingness and love. And the lovingness of being. Very good. Now, take a moment to rest in yourself and remember that divine light is flowing through you on all of your bodies. And just take a moment to discover something about you, so you don't go from your ego looking within. Just rest in it and let something new rise up. Let your divine soul tell your human aspect what comes next for me. And send love to any resistance for the new that you might have. Because even if you're excited and you're leaning into it, just any resistance that you might have, send yourself love. And now let's transmit to humankind, including the military, to send love to the other being races and open ourselves up to communication of an uplifting divine nature for all involved in the communication. Now, the other beings might be other humans, and they might be other races or other species, each in their own divine purpose. Very good. And now the last step of the basic activation. Let's just all collectively, for all of the people who are in this light circle and all who have joined on different planes, we're going to send our light to the far reaches of this collective consciousness and also the known universe and beyond, and let light come from the other side with 3 breaths, and hold it in your heart. Divine light flowing from infinity within, through your divine soul knowing, up to your divine heart, human heart. Hold it there. Then when you release it, just know that your divine soul is directing it from divine soul to divine soul, divine heart, human heart to human heart, because some of the species here do not have the same makeup as humans. So just let your divine soul do the work. We'll let the light do the work. Your divine soul do the directing, the human aspect do the observing. And that's part of learning self-knowledge. Inhale. Hold it in your heart. Exhale. Inhale through your nose. Hold it in your heart. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through nose. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale. Hold it. Hold it. Far reaches go. Now just allow that to undulate through you and outwards and undulate back to you. So out and in, just allow it to undulate and allow yourself to just be in it and allowing new self-knowledge to rise up. Good. Just one last, feel gravity pulling you down. You're here on earth, speaking to all of those who are having human experiences. You are here on earth. You incarnated to discover how to co-create ascension vibrations for the benefit of humanity in some way, shape, or form. You're here on earth. Be concrete in your actions. Allow your awareness to evolve. Let go of past actions so you're always open to new ones. Because you can. You were made to. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much for listening, and thank you so much for being interested in learning on how to live your light more fully and freely with emotional freedoms that you haven't even yet begun to dream of. And that gives you the courage and clarity to live your divine soul purpose. Now, just so that I play well with the algorithms here on YouTube, be sure to like the video. Please leave me a comment, because I do love more two-way conversations, and subscribe if you want to stay in touch with any of the new material that I'm putting out there.